Okay, in this video, I'm going to discuss about the modeling question titled Shoe Business, and this is one of the part in paper 6. Right, and then let's look at the question. Right, a company sells make and sells two styles of shoes, X and Y. The objective of the task is for the company to maximize the amount of profit it makes each day. The number of shoes made each day is modeled using inequalities, right? So we're going to use inequalities here. And each day, the company makes X pairs of shoes of style X and Y pairs of shoes style Y, and makes at most 150 pairs of shoes. So at most is the word that they use here. I write down the term in terms of X and Y and inequality to show how many pairs. So X and Y are the number of shoes here, and they make at most 150 pairs of shoes. So that will be X plus Y less and equal 150. Cannot be more than 150 as the maximum is 150, but it can be less, right? Okay, so next question. Two machines are used to make each pair of shoes. Machine A is at least 3 hours. At least 3 hours. It can be 3 hours and more. It can be 4, 5, and so on. Machine B is used for at least 4 hours. So 4 hours and above, but not 3 hours and not less than that. The table shows some information about making each style of shoes. We see style X and style Y here. We have maximum number of pairs of shoes, 80 and 100. You might be questioning why 80 and 100 here while they said at most is 150. It means that it cannot be style X and Y having the maximum numbers on every day. So it can't be like X 80 and Y 80 at 100. So both can't be maximum at the same time because the total should be tops 150, right? And time taken machine A, 5 minutes for X and 2 minutes for Y. And time taken for machine B, 4 minutes for X and 5 minutes for Y. And also this machine have information above here. So it use at least 3 hours for A and B at least 4 hours. Yeah, so have a look at this. Okay, next part. Explain why X is between 0 and 80 and Y between 0 and 100. Again, what is X and Y actually? So have a look up here. X is pairs of shoes. So number of shoes. So can we have can we have 0 number of shoes? Yes, we can, but we cannot have negative number of shoes. So we can explain like we can say that 80 maximum number for X and 100 is maximum number for Y, and both can be less than 0, right? And can be less than 0. Than 0. Cannot be negative number of shoes. It will be very strange if you say that I have negative 3 pairs of shoes. Yeah. Okay, next question. An inequality for the total time in minutes. Machine A is 5x plus 2y greater and equal 180. Right, machine A here. So machine A is here. And machine A is also up here. So I'm going to highlight a bit here. Machine A and machine A. Okay, and here they said in minutes. Then this is what they gave. Right, 5x plus 2y greater and equal 180. So, yeah, we can see the connection here. So 5x plus 2y must be more than 180. And now we can see where they get 180 from. This 3 hours in minutes is 3 times 60. That makes 180 minutes. And we can apply for 4 hours here. So 4 times 60, that will be 240. All right, find in terms of X and Y, inequality total time, machine B this time. Right, we have some ideas here. So machine B, of course, this one, and there's 2 information dimension B. So it will be 4x plus 5y greater and equal 4 hours, and we convert that to minutes, that will be 240. Okay, all must be in the same unit. Okay, so next part. Find the company sells all the pairs of shoes it makes each day. Find an expression in terms of X and Y, the total profit. So we have this rows talking about money here. One row is talking about the cost and the other row is selling. And we know profit come from selling minus cost. With that, we can get $80 for profit style X, and 70 minus 15, that makes 55 here. So, and the total profit should be 80x plus 55y. And this is an expression, so you do not have equal of to something or greater or less to something, because furthermore, we don't have more other information to relate with the money here. And if we look at here, we have this one, and we have one more, which is this one, right? Just right. X plus y equal 150, and the other one 4x plus 5y equal to 4. Remember, we have this one expression, the total profit is 80x plus 55. Alright, the next part, 3 lines, x equal 80, y equal 100, and 5x plus 2y equal 180 have been drawn on the grid. So this must be y equal 100, and this line must be x equal 80. Okay, so what is x stand for? Like a number of shoes for style X, right? And y is number of shoes, number of pair of shoes for style Y. And this line must be 5x plus 2y equal 180. Okay, so draw 2 more lines to find the region defined by the 5 inequalities. Right, so we have x here, we have y here, and the other one, 5x plus 2y equal 180. Okay, so that will be the equation that we are looking for. Okay, let me erase this one. Okay, and x plus y equal 150. Okay, and the other one is 4x plus 5y equal to 40. All right, but the inequalities that we had is 4x plus 5y greater and equal to 40, and for this x plus y less than equal 150. But we are going to draw these 2 lines first. Okay, how to plot a straight line? Okay, we have to at least have 2 points. So the easiest will be if we put x equals 0. What will be here? 0 plus y equal 150. So y will be 150. This is one coordinate. 0, 150. Okay. So how one more point, one more coordinate. If we put y equals 0, and that will be x plus 0 equal 150. And that makes x equal 150. Okay, coordinate wise, x first, that would be 150, 0. These two coordinates should be plotted on the graph, and we connect both. Okay, let's see how we're going to plot this. Alright, so I've connected these 2 points. Alright, so I get a straight line here. And let's find another 2 points for this equation. So what if x equals 0 here? So that will be 4 times 0 plus 5y equal 240. 4 times 0 is 0. That makes y equal to 140 divided by 5. That makes 48. So the coordinate is 0, 48. Alright, so we get 1 here. And let's work on the other one. So I put y equals 0. Okay, 4x plus 5 times 0 to 40. And then this 0 is gone. 4x equal to 140. That makes x 240 divided by 4. That makes it 60. Again, coordinates start with x first. So that will be 60, 0. Okay, so there's two lines, two coordinates, 2 points we will plot on the graph, and we will connect it. Okay, so let's plot it. Okay, I have plotted 2 points here, 0, 48 and 60, 0, if you can see on the graph. And I'm going to connect it. Alright, it's done. And I have these two lines now. And draw 2 more lines around, and they said find the region defined by the 5 inequalities. Shade the unwanted region. Okay, so if you see here, we have 1 inequality up here, and then 2 up here, and then we have another 3 more, right? So which is the third one, I would say that will be 5x plus 2y greater and equal 180. And the fourth one will be the x rule, 0x must be 80 maximum. And the fifth one will be 0, that will be y, and 100 maximum. Okay, I'm going to shade this and to show it is inequalities that we are going to unshade the region. Okay, all right, so we have full here, and okay, so let's have a look. Where is the area that have all of those? I suspect this will be the area here, right? But let's check. Let's start with the x or y here. Okay, as I can use highlighter here, so I'm gonna make full use of this. Okay, all right, 0 to for y, between y, this is y-axis, so y must be between 0 to 100. So this is the area that we are talking about. So we're gonna shade the unwanted, yeah. So 0 to 100, so this will be the unwanted. I'm shading. Right, start from the boundaries. Okay, a little bit exit here. Okay, all right. And for x, it must be between 0 to 80. This is x. 0 to 80 are the number of shoes for style x. So more than 80s are the unwanted. So I'm going to shade that for more than 80s, from 80 here. So I'm going to shade those unwanted. Okay, so actually all up here is unwanted, yeah. Okay, by now we must already get the idea where should be the region. Okay, so now we have all the 3 slants line. So let's choose a point that in between here. Okay, I'm gonna choose a point here. Maybe this point. This point is, for x value is 40 and the y value is 60. All right, so if this is a correct region, it should suit the inequalities. It should be satisfy the inequalities. Okay, the x is 40 and the y is 60. Okay, let's put it here. 40 plus 60 less than 150. Is it true? 40 plus 60 is 100 and 150. Yes, is it correct? All right, correct. 100 is less than 150. So it means that this area is the area that we want. So for this line, the unwanted should be this line and above, because below here, all here is the wanted region. Okay, for this line. Okay, let's move to the second line. 4x plus 5y equal to 40. Which one is this line? This is the line, right? The line that drawn for us earlier. So we have to decide either up here or down here. So this point, if correct, satisfy the inequalities for this line. So it means these are the area that we want. So the unwanted should be the opposite. Okay, so I'm going to substitute that. the 4 times x, we use the same point, 40 plus 5y is 60, is greater and equal to 40. Is it correct? So let's see here, 160 plus 300 is more than 240. Is it true? Yes, it is correct. So it means that this point falls in the right region, so the unwanted region should be behind here. Okay? So you get the idea now? Okay, so we have one more line. This line now left, this line which is 5x plus 2y equal 180, and the inequalities is here. So we have to prove this one. Okay, so then 5 times, and the x is 40 and y is 60, greater and equal 180. This is 200 plus 120, greater than 180. Is it true? This is 320. Yes, of course, 320 is more than 180. So it is correct. Okay, one more thing that may confuse you. You can ignore the equal sign for this part, because that's determined either the dashed line or the connected line like this. Right. Okay, again, back to here. It's correct. So means that this point fall in the right region. So mean this line up here is the region that we want, but down here is the region that we don't want. Okay, so the unwanted start from this line and below here. So what's left? So this part start from this line. Okay, so how many sides we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sides. Okay, so we can label the R as usual. The region usually labeled as R. Okay, so they didn't ask this part, but I just make it. Alright. Okay, you can pause the video to have a look at this, because the next part is question B, show the greatest profit. I'm going to erase this one and bring the other questions here. Okay, question B, show the greatest profit each day is 10,250. Write down the number of pairs of shoes of each style to make this profit. They want to know what is X and what is Y that can make 10,250. Right, if you Y, so I'm going to move it here, 80x plus 55y, and we have to show that the greatest profit is 10,250, and we are looking for X and Y values. So here we have a region where satisfy all the rules. Number of shoes, the machine time, what is that? The machine A, number time that for machine A, time for machine B, and the region that unshaded here where the all the conditions being considered. Okay, and we have to find the pair X and Y that can be substituted in here and make 10,250. Okay, so let's see which pair that works well for that. Maybe we can try this point here. What is the coordinate here? This is 80, 70. Why I choose that? Because that's the furthest. So maybe this is also furthest, but it's below. So the X is 0, X is 80, Y is 0. And this one, this is not so further, but no harm trying. So this is 50 and the Y is 100. All right, which pairs of this will make to 10,250? Okay, let's count. 80, 50 plus 55, then 100. So this will be 4,000, and this will be 5,500. And of course, it doesn't make 10,000. This is what, 9500. Okay, so no. And let's try 80, 70. 80 and 80, yeah. And 55 times 70 here. Okay, and let's see what we got. 80, 80, 6400, and this 5570, I think 3850. And yes, it makes 10,250. Okay, let's say I just want to try show all of this. 80 times 80, sorry, and 55 times 0. So this 55 times 0 is 0, and this will be 6,400 only. So this pair is the pair that makes 10,250. So the x value is 80, the y value is 70. So the answer x is 80 and star y is 70. Okay. And the next question, the table shows the amount of material for each style, 0.5 meter square. Material for one pair of shoes here, 0.4 meter square for style Y. There is a shortage of material and 50 meter square is used each day to make all the shoes. So 50 meter square. And it means this is not inequalities, this is an equation, because it's not like at most 50 meter square or at least it is exact 50 meter square. Right, so then it will be 0.5x plus 0.4y and equal to 50, and all in a meter square unit, and that's fine. And draw a line on the grid in question 6 to show this information. Okay, and yeah, so let's plot this. How to plot this? Again, I'm going to write down here, maybe this side. If x equals 0, so 0.5, 0 plus 0.4y equal 50. This is definitely 0, and y will be 50 divided by 0.4. Okay, what is 50 divided by 0.4? That will be 125. And again, we are looking for coordinate. This is y. X is 0, y is 1, 2, 5, 1 point then. And let's find the other point by putting y equals 0, 0.5x plus 0.40 equal 50. This will be 0. So 0.5x equal 50. X equal 50 divided by 0.5. That will be 100. Okay, coordinate must start with x first. So 100, 0. So these are our two coordinates that we're going to plot and connect it, and it will be another straight line. I'm going to pause the video and draw it on the graph. Okay, so straight line here, and then work out the decrease in the greatest profit because of the shortage. We know the greatest profit earlier we get from this point, yeah, from 80, 70. And the greatest profit expression is 80x plus 55y from the previous question. And so this is it. I highlight this. And they ask about the decrease because of the shortage. If you see on the graph, so from 80, this is where it's increase, the greatest profit, and then it decreased to here. Okay, all the values on this line should represent the shortage of material. So we are asking about this amount. What is the decrease here? So what we can do is we find the coordinate here, which is, I think, 80 and 25. Is it 80 and 25 here? Yeah, about that, 80 and 25. Okay, all right, so we're going to substitute here 80 times 80 plus 55 times the y value is 25 now. So if you calculate, this will be 6400 and this will be 1375. The total will be 7775. And they ask about the decrease. So the decrease means the difference here. So if we see the questions B, our greatest profit is 10,250. Okay, so maybe I erase this one. Yeah, erase this bit. And that will be 10,250 minus 7,775. That will be 2475. Okay, so this will be the answer, right? The decrease in the greatest profit because of the shortage.